just like to comment a little bit about this phase or trend that people are going through at the moment about being vegan. I've personally have been veganish for about 1.5 years. When people ask me why I decided to go down this path, it's for health reasons. It's a multitude of things that have all come together. I've been educated about how the meat industry and dairy industry works. But I also know that I'm navigating around a world that is very meat protein centric. You know, you walk around the streets, you can see 3 McDonald's just down the road and Hungry Jack's. That's Burger King for people that aren't in Australia. Even with this particular product that I buy, Vegenaise, which is animal-free mayonnaise, I'm looking at the back and I'm wondering if some of the oils that are in there have affected animals in some way. So the impact of this doing harm to animals can never be 100% cruelty-free, because it might have involved plantations that killed animals, so harvesting plants. They might have used insecticides, who knows. The bottling plants that jarred this product might not be 100% animal cruelty-free. I don't know, who knows? So when I say veganish, that is me accepting that I can never not do harm to other living things. I can walk down the street and step on insects. I'm killing things just walking to work. I might be using a product that uses palm oil, which is known to destroy a lot of habitats. What you can do is actively use your knowledge of how things are made and delivered to you to reduce your impact. So do I always recycle? No, but when I can, I do. I sometimes put a plastic bottle in the normal bin. That is doing harm to the earth. But I actively still recycle if I can. That also applies to when I eat. If I go to someone's house and they know that I'm vegan or veganish, I make a point of saying, don't get out of your way to make a meal just for me. I will eat whatever I can from what you're giving me. And sometimes that does mean that I'm eating dairy products or egg products or even meat products. In terms of me being staunchly vegan, that's almost impossible. I don't like to overly talk about how I eat my food and what I eat. When someone's open to having a discussion, I'm quite happy to have that. But I'm not going to be militant and sort of draw a line and say no harm and there's harm, because that line's actually really blurry. So in terms of being 100% vegan, I think that's impossible. What the hell? Hey Siri, stop. Sometimes I wonder. As I was saying, in the planet that we live in today, just by its very nature of how things work, it's impossible to do 0% harm. But what you can do is make less impact. I have seen some videos where vegan bloggers or videographers have been caught eating fish or not being absolutely vegan. And I think that's okay, that's fine. Just the fact that they're promoting veganism, and I don't like to say veganism because it sounds a bit like a religion, but it's more of like an awareness thing, that's already making an impact for the good. So there's two types of impacts that you can make. A really good impact, where you just don't care and all you eat is meat and you don't make friends with salad. Or you could try to make an impact where you know that it's reducing your footprint. You'll always have a footprint unless you're dead. Even then, you're probably doing harm with all the chemicals in your body and all the aspartame that I have. I know that I still have leather shoes that involve the killing of cows. Not everything that I buy, I will check the label or research the company to see if they're animal or cruelty free. That would absolutely paralyze me, but am I making less of an impact? I believe so. So just to show you some of the things I have in my fridge, apart from the mayonnaise. Okay, so I have these Veggie Delights because I do like to make myself spaghetti bolognese. And if I look at the ingredients, let's have a look. So we've got vegetable protein, a lot of rubbish actually. Sunflower oil. Now, is that cruelty free? I don't know. Another one is dairy-free mozzarella shreds. And by the way, dairy is one of the most harmful. Okay, so we've got organic palm fruit oil. Now, is palm fruit animal-free? I don't know. Fluoride. Now, is this good for me? Probably not. Yeah, anyway. My milk is So Good almond and coconut milk, which is pretty yum. And if I look at the ingredients, what do we have? Coconut cream. Now, is that made completely animal free? Anyway, I can kind of go on. So the thing is, before I get too ranty, is that a lot of the animal cruelty and the environmental impact that we see in the food that is made for us comes from how much we consume. We don't need to consume as much food as we do. That's why we get fat. So even just eating less is making more of an impact. Doing intermittent fasting, which is what I do sometimes, makes an impact. Now imagine if everyone did that. Imagine if everyone only ate meat once a week. How will that affect our industry? Yes, so farmers would be affected. Those who have had the fortunate ability to be in the market when we've overconsumed. We are over-consumers. So farmers and other people in the industry will have to adapt. They've always adapted. They adapted to us consuming a lot of meat product and a lot of animal product. The reverse can still happen. If the market says, no, we're not a consumer of meat for every day, we source other kind of more ethical or healthier proteins, then the market will adapt. It will actually be a change that won't be that fast. It'll be enough for them to, I believe, to adjust to it. I've had to adjust to the market within my own work. You know, I can't be expected to do the same thing and to work in the same way and resist a change that I have no control out of. My point is that if you're thinking about being vegan or vegetarian or eating less meat, don't feel guilty about having meat and having some dairy and having some eggs because it was too difficult to source something else or because it was put on your plate. That's fine. The overall effect of you choosing alternatives will have an impact. If you encourage others to do it or show them that you can still be alive and still be healthy to seek alternative sources of protein and food, then that's already making an impact. So continue recycling, continue consuming less, and it's okay to be veganish.